Hey everyone, I'm back with your holiday reading, and I have a special friend I want to introduce to you. This is the Book of Shadows. There we go. This is the Book of Shadows tarot deck. As above, so below. Complete edition includes 2 tarot decks. This is a beautiful tarot deck that was completed by 6 artists and an author. And funny story, about 3 years ago, there was an abstract book, anthology, or concept that just came to me in a dream, and it called itself the Book of Shadows, and it just kind of whispered to me, um, the Book of Shadows, Book of Shadows, Book of Shadows, and I just woke up like, Book of Shadows, okay, and that's just something that stuck with me for about basically 3.5 years now. And I was in Shaman Circle last Wednesday, and in Shaman Circle, when they did the drumming and the sound healing, I actually heard ancestral voices and songs, and a cloaked figure came and appeared over me during Shaman Circle. So I kind of found that he was a messenger. And when I actually left Shaman Circle, there was a beautiful, kind of a wooden building. It was lit with all these Christmas lights and all these Halloween themed things. And I had been attracted to that building, and my Dharma just told me, "Oh my God, go for it." I was just like, I didn't even question anything. I just went straight into the building, and I ended up accidentally sneaking into this place called the Glass Coffin, um, and they were closed, but I had gone in because someone thought I was there for the seance meeting. When I got there, um, the owner told me, "Oh, hey, we're actually closed, but I'm sorry. Feel free to look around." And I was like, "Okay." Um, So I was like, "Oh, okay." This place was super cool. It was very vampirical. Very yes, it was very wonderful. Um, it was a very perfect for Halloween and being there for the season. Um, and I remember I just glanced on the bookshelf, and my eyes went straight to the Book of Shadows. It went straight there, and I was like, "Oh my God, I finally found you." Oh, I found another piece of this Book of Shadows that we all secretly have. And I grabbed the deck and I brought it to the counter. I was just like, he was like, "How'd you find that? That's in the back. No one even, like, wow, no one even gives this a second thought." And I was just like, "Well, honestly, this came to me, well, it was not very nonchalantly. This came to me in a dream 3 years ago." So I was really excited to be able to finally find this, for everyone, and to read it for everyone. I was really blessed with this. I'm very happy to be able to pass on this blessing. So here we go. Here's our Halloween reading for everyone in our wonderful community. Okay. All right. Okay. So the theme of this deck is as above, so below. And what this means is that it takes the elements of life here on Earth and life according to the spirit worlds, and how they all integrate to make the understanding of the world that we know today. Okay. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for bringing us all here together, and for me getting the opportunity to share. Just popped up. To share the wonders of the world with others. I'm actually feeling an incredible amount of tension in the back of my head and neck at the moment. I wonder, I almost wonder, if there are a lot of leftover curses when it comes to people on the twin flame path and speaking their truth. Very interesting. Now these, to be fair, these did turn up in the reverse direction. Even my voice is going hoarse. I can only wonder what this means. Okay. Okay. Interesting. These are very ladylike cards. Very ladylike cards here. I'm also gonna pull. I'm gonna pull 3 cards from the 3 cards from the Wildwood Tarot deck. I'm feeling pressure in the left eye and the left, the temporal lobe, or just the left side of the left brain in general. Very interesting. Something connected to the neck. Oop, pennies. Let me read these first. Let's see what the Wildwood has to say. Okay, I have the Queen of Stones. Bear. I have the 8 of Bows. Hearth Fire. Is all very orange. All very orange to start off with. And 20, the Great Bear. There we go. Alright. So I noticed right off the bat we have 2 bear spirits. We have 2 bear spirits. There's a lot of powerful establishments that the Divine Feminine is pushing for. There are a lot of powerful establishments that are already done and completed. We've already established who we are. We've already established what we're here to do, and we're just not we're no longer in a position to care who that disappoints. We're just no longer in the position for any more bullshit. We are ready. We're ready for the real thing. We're ready for living in what we deserve to manifest for ourselves, and that means being happy and fulfilled the way that we have it so written for ourselves. We're ready for those bigger challenges, these more gnarly challenges. We're ready to serve our highest good no matter what. We're seriously putting our feet into the stone. We're putting our claws into the stone and looking over the rest of the world. So that's what we're going towards, and this is our home here. We're being obedient to Spirit, and we're putting our flag into the ground. We are meeting our challenges step by step and responsibly. We're not following the dead into their graves. We're not listening to the dead complain about their lives. That's over with and done. We thank Spirit for keeping us close. Okay. And I think we understand what it means at this point to keep ourselves around community that honors our Dharma and not really fondle with anyone or any communities that do not respect our Dharma. And that's okay. That's okay. I feel like this is like a complete circle. It feels like we've just made we were letting go of things in our last cycle, and now with all of those things all of those things placed back into the earth, I think we have more room to now we have the space to just start putting things around our new platform, putting new seeds in our garden. Now that we've weeded everything, we're placing new seeds in our garden, and now we have the ability to just focus on that purely. Okay. When it comes to the matters of the spirit, I got the elemental of fire. Excuse me. And Maybon in reverse. Oh, aren't these interesting? Okay. It's the elemental of fire. And Maybon. It looks familiar. Okay. I've seen this. This is the first time I've seen a magic or a fire card go upside down in the Divine Feminine's space. And I think it's interesting that even as I speak, like my voice and my neck are going out, and I don't know what that means. I really do feel like it almost feels like a curse. Like this is the third time it came to my mind. I think that there is witchcraft. There may be some sort of witchcraft that was intended to fly towards us, or there may be some ill intention, or to be honest with you, there could be I could be on the receiving end of very bad thoughts or very terrible wills in the house that I'm in. That could be it. I could be feeling that directly. But I want to read, I wish for this to be a more collective reading. I also see this card. You know, no, this is true. This could be a curse, and this could be something affecting a relationship between a mother and daughter. There could very well be an active dissonance in that matter. But with this being in the divine realm, of course, like that means something that is not going to confront you right away. It's something that unfortunately, and this is something that's very powerful. It's a resentment from the divine mother, or just the dark mother, towards their divine child. And you know what? We're going to release that right now. In the name of Krishna, Kali, Masters of the Rays, Yeshua, Magdalene, with the help of Jermaine, Saint Germain and Lady Nada, we're going to break the strongholds of any curses, any curses around, and anything that is threatening our mission here on earth. Let them find their own healing in their own way, as is the way of the ancestors. Amen. Okay, I'm going to read a little bit further, actually. Okay, I don't really find anything else on the element on fire in reverse. But I want to look at Mabon, December 11. Interesting. Equinox. As the days begin to shorten and the sun and Mother Goddess return to the underworld. Letting go of unhealthy thoughts and feelings that have settled in our hearts that can fester and turn poisonous. In this card, Demeter stays on the land a little longer while her daughter Persephone begins her journey to the underworld. There's a sense of gratitude for what has been given and a sense of responsibility for what will be required. This is a time to prepare for our lives, both the mundane for the cold, dark days to come. A divine time of accounting, weighing out the consequences of your actions, making decisions now that will shape your future. I desired this to be something more collective, but I feel this is something far more personal than I expected. But I let that be the prayer for anyone who is suffering such a thing in my soul group. May we just battle this in the spiritual realm with love on on all of our sides during spiritual warfare. Okay. Okay. And the other side seems to be a lot more positive. We have strength. These are all very feminine. Ah. Strength. And the Magician. All right. Well, I believe these cards down here are kind of a remedy for what is going on, what may be going on in the spiritual realm right now. I won't go too much into detail about this. This is what I want to focus on. There's strength here. Taking care of the body, staying focused, and being in the power of one's magic. This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. It's staying in this realm. I almost wonder if the Spirit wants us to focus more on things of the physical so that the spiritual will not pull us in all these different directions if there is, if there's a lot of turmoil right now in the headspace or in the upper chakras, which I really resonate with. See the Strength card. The elegant mastery of the self. Pushing our bodily limits. Just pushing our personal limits. Keeping our spirit moving and not staying like a stagnant river that can be clouded with all the dirty things that suffocate the air. The spirit in motion stays in motion. It's free of addiction, and it cannot be affected by anything that can throw stones at it. All the arrows shot at her will miss. We all have a right to our own alchemy. The magician has all her tools in place, has created her sacred space, and is clear on what she hopes to accomplish. She is but a few short moments and a few important words away from manifesting change in her life and in the world. I couldn't have said it better myself. Using knowledge, resources, and will to create positive change in the world. These are two cards that are very focused on themselves, and I resonate with this completely. Being in my space and in my alchemy, being in my home, being in our right, our birthright, to practice our magic and to practice our dharma. And to keep ourselves moving, to keep everything moving, to keep our spirits, our bodies moving towards the promised land that we already live on, throughout this promised land. This is a reading that's very focused on the divine feminine. Keep it up, girls. Don't look back. Don't look over your shoulder. I think I'm guilty of that a lot of the time. I look over my shoulder and it makes me sick. Don't take on any more burdens. Don't take on burdens that are yours. Burdens belong to God. Speak the truth. Do the truth. Hear the truth. Know and feel the truth. Okay? Let's go into the body. Okay. Let's go deep tonight, okay? The first two that popped out were secondary chakras, nutrition and responsibility. And third chakra, my professional path develops in keeping with my life plan. The other one says, I lovingly let go and allow other beings the freedom to develop their own personal power. I lovingly let go and allow other beings the freedom to develop their own personal power. You can't save anybody. You can only save yourself. You have to let go of this idea that some people are going to catch up with you or walk alongside you in this new level. Because to be honest, there's a lot of people in your mind that you're fantasizing about that would just rather be your worst enemy. And guess what? That's their choice. That's not going to affect you. You know how protected you are by God. You walk your path. It does not matter. It does not matter. That's a part of allowing others the freedom to develop their own personal power. That's what that means. They're going to have to do that in their own space, time, and area. And worrying about that, part of the reason I think worrying about that is what may invite a curse. Opening yourself up to something like that. Sometimes just being around it. Okay, my professional path develops in keeping with my life plan. Nothing works from the outside in. In fact, that one I would like to read about. Our profession or occupation should correspond to our spiritual calling, to the life plan that we choose before our embodiment here on earth. Then we will be successful and happy with our work, since it will be right for us from a spiritual point of view. Take our talents and weak spots into consideration and help us develop in the best way possible. The personal calling is always something very individual. Joy, enthusiasm, creativity, and success are always evident as the result of living our calling in life. Exactly. Okay. Take a look at that third chakra. That has to do with the power chakra. ladies and gentlemen, wear some yellow. Please wear some yellow. This has to do with power and also the voice. Let's wear some yellow. If you need to get yourself out of a rut, wear some yellow. It'll balance your power chakra. Okay, alright, we have some emotional body. 10 and 11. Flowing freely, my emotional body is becoming stronger from one second to the next. Okay. Only those emotional energies that promote my own development reach me from other beings. This is like wonderful. I feel things just lift off of me already. This is definitely like a spiritual. I don't want to keep bringing up the word warfare, but these are like incantations of protection. It says, only those emotional energies that promote my own development reach me from other beings. So I'm sure everyone's heard the quote from the Bible, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. No weapon from earth formed against me shall prosper. That's exactly what that's saying. Flowing freely, my emotional body is becoming stronger from one second to the next. As you allow yourself to just flow and go and feel yourself without judgment and without entertaining anything that is without being a part of the fight, without being a part of the power struggle. Your emotional body and who you are, that layer of you, but especially for people who were raised in emotional abuse, that layer of you is becoming stronger from one second to the next. It's becoming stronger and stronger and stronger. Just keep believing that. Okay. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. And you're rebuilding. You're getting back what was taken from anything that may have been stolen from you. Your career is guided by your heart, not the other way around. This world's got it screwed the F up, and it's killing people. There's a confirmation right there. And you have to let those people go. The moment you keep attaching yourself to that crap, you're going to feel yourself go down the toilet, and that's not who we are. Let's let go of those attachments now. With the help of our spirit guides, and in the name of our highest angels, Archangel Michael, we sever the cords between ourselves and anything that wishes to harm us. And we return these pieces of us back to us. And with that, everyone have a wonderful Halloween night. Good night. Have a great rest. I love you all. Good night.